today we're gonna complete a crash course of FreeCodeCamp, and this course about JavaScript algorithms and data structure. And in the final of this course, we'll obtain a certificate. So I learned before some sections, and I will not repeat it. So I'll skip to where I stopped. So I'm here. Learn basic strings and arrays. So we'll learn how to manage the strings and the method of the array, and we will build a music player. We will use for each map, join, etc. So we'll start. Here's preview of what you will build. So we will build this music. So you will choose. So you can play it and stop it. You will choose any music. Nice. So let's start coding. In this project, you will learn basic string and array method by building a music player app. You will be able to play and pause, skip, and shuffle songs. The HTML and CSS of this project you have been provided for you. We have the design as we need JavaScript. Okay, for you, so you can focus on the JavaScript. Okay, start by accessing the playlist song and play and pause element with getElement by ID method. Assign them to variables. Okay, so we'll do declare variable playlist songs equals document and get element by ID. So get this ID and not already color. Okay, like this, and semicolon. Okay, also duplicate it. Second variable is button and plus the button. So get in. Okay, we have the play and the pause. Okay, what's the error? I just added an S in the end, so it's like this. Oh, I forget that we don't need a hashtag here, so just like this. Here we have this. Okay, congrats, I'll submit. Okay, let's submit and go to the next challenge. Step 2, access the next and previous. So we'll access this previous and next. So we get the play and pause and playlist also. So and shuffle, this is the shuffle, I think. Element from the HTML. Assign them to a variable name next map. Okay, we'll repeat name. So I have next button equals document by ID. We have three single quotes, next, or double quotes, next, and semicolon also large, previous button, document HTML IDs, double quotes, and we have previous semicolon, also large shuffle button. Document ID, double quotes, and the shuffle button. Hit submit. Your code does not give. Oh, I wrote the same. My bad. Okay, let's go to next create an array that will store all the songs. So for all these songs, we'll store them in array. Okay, create an empty also. Okay, we have var variable. This is like a global variable, and let's declare will declare local variable. We'll understand this in next chapters. So add songs equals an array, an empty array. So that means we assign an array to this variable. So this type of array. Okay, I'll pause this. Okay, step 4. Inside all songs, so we declare the previous all these components. So we like we get a reference and do some events. Do you have the array of also their variable, but we need to declare it as constant. Okay, we call that. Inside the all songs array, create an object with the following properties and values. So this array will contain multiple objects. So it means each song has an object. Each song has an ID, title, the artist of the song, duration, and the link of the song. MP3. Okay. So let's write this object like this, and like if you don't understand the, the objects, it's like the dictionary in Python. It's like this key, the double colon value, and if it's string, you'll do double quotes, etc. And if the key is long, like this key of song or something, we'll do also double quotes. Okay, so I will skip that by doing just copy and paste. Okay. Added a second object with the following values. So let's say second object. So we have ID. Like this is the key, as I said, and equals one. We call it title. And when you access them, you write all songs dot and access if ID or title is depend. Title access. I'll copy all this. Oh shit. Okay, like this. Step 6. Added the third object with the following properties and value. Okay. Don't generate this control enter. Okay, step 7. We have added the rest of the songs to all songs array. So added all the song to the array. Next, you learn about web audio API. Okay, you'll use the API, application programming interface. Like you'll use some API from external website, and you'll use it in this. And how to use it to play songs, and use it for playing songs. All modern browsers support the web apps. Okay, all browsers support this API, which let you generate and process audio in web application. Okay, use const to create a variable const audio, set it equal to new audio. Okay, new audio. This will create a new HTML5 audio element. You should use new object. It means it's a class, and we create an object from this class. Create an instance. Pro. I thought okay, like this. The name of class is audio. Okay, step 8. Your music player should keep track of the songs. Your music player, this music player should keep track the songs, the current song playing, like track the current song, and the time of current, also the time. To do this, you will need to create an object to store this information. Let keyword, this will do the local variable. Let keyword declare new variable called user data and assign to empty object. It is an empty object. Okay, next. Okay, step 9. Since user will be able to shuffle and delete songs from the playlist, like can delete as we see before. Press in the song with delete or to shuffle. You will need to create a copy of the all songs array without maintaining the original. You need to copy without touching the original. This is where the separate operator come in handy. We'll use the separate operator. Okay. Operators it 3 dots allow you to, so if you do 3 dots before the variable, like we'll get a copy from the original and will not change nothing in it. Allow you to copy all elements from one array. Okay, we copy all into another. Okay, it can also be used to concatenate. We'll concatenate multiple arrays into one. Use multiple arrays to concatenate into one. In the example below, both array 1 contain these numbers and array 2 this matrix. Let's separate into. We do all them in one array, and the 3 dots it means get all its content. So we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in all in. This is the output console.log. Okay, got that. Inside the user data object, create a song property for the values. Okay, we'll do this. Key and the value. Right. Okay. Separate us into array. 3 dots. All songs. Okay. To handle the current song information and track its playlist time to get like the current song, create current song and song current time. Like track the current song and its time. Property set the value to null and then okay, current song equals null and song current time to zero. We do dot. Okay, let's check. Okay, submit. Step 11. In the previous project, you used a regular function, but in the rest of this project, you will be working with arrow function. So this is the code of arrow function, like the parameters equals and greater than equals and curly brace. So we will be working with arrow function. The next few steps will focus on teaching you the basics arrow. Okay, learn this. An arrow function is an anonym function. The anonym function it means we will not write the name of function and will not write like as regular function. Function, for example, factorial and braces. No, just the brace. Okay, so I'll just parentheses. Anonym function expression and a shorter way to write function. Okay, anonymous means that the function does not have a name, as I told you. Arrow function are always anonym. Okay, by assigning the arrow function to a variable, for example, and assign this arrow function, you bind it into identifier. Okay, create a new arrow function. Like I think when we call this, we'll execute this function. Like variable contain multiple lines here. Create a new arrow function and assign it to the variable. It's new arrow function. The set variable valid. Okay. Const print greeting equals the arrow function parentheses, then equals the curly braces. Inside the function body, use the console.log method to print this thing. The console log in the large project, like when you when you can't understand the code, we use it for debugging, you know. But if you're coding, try to remove it in the final product for the performance of your website, you know. Okay, to print the string. Okay, console log parentheses that prints the string hello. Hello there. Okay, compile. 12. To call a name arrow function expression. To call a named arrow function. To call this name, this variable, like contains arrow function, you can refer the function by its name. Okay. So to call a name and arrow function, you can refer this name by its name. Okay, call this variable by its name. Below your parent greeting function, define definition, call the function, open up the console to see the output. So this is the console in the FreeCodeCamp. So we'll see. So we call print greeting and we'll do parentheses to call it. Check. So we'll show that here by there, I think. It didn't show up. I don't know. Oh, this is it. So it's output hello there. So in step 13, just like a regular function, arrow function can accept multiple parameters. So we can do a lot of parameters inside the parentheses. Here is an example name function. Okay, if the function only has one parameter, you can omit the parentheses around the parameter list like this. Like if we have one parameter, we'll remove the parentheses and put just one parameter, and we'll console it. Create a new named arrow function called print message. Okay, print message that has one parameter called equals one parameter. So we'll remove parentheses org. Okay, full bracket. Inside the body of the function, added a console statement. Console.log console statement. Inside the console statement, add the template literal. So template literal will do like this. So this back single string, I think, like this, and $sign curly bracket. So write JavaScript inside. So we'll put this variable org and message is some below your print message function, call the function pass the string FreeCodeCamp as an argument. Okay, so we'll call the function and pass the string. Okay, well done. Step 4, so it's print FreeCodeCamp is awesome, nice. Just like regular function, arrow function can return value. Arrow function also can return. We'll do return, write return and return. Here is an example of an arrow function. Returning the result of multiple two numbers. So declare variable equals arrow function and put the return equals this first parameter multiplied by the second parameter. So its output, like for example, pass 3 and 4, 3 multiplied by 4, return 12. Create a new variable named added two numbers. Constant added two numbers and assign it an arrow function equals. So we don't have one parameter, so we'll do parentheses. We have two. This arrow function should take two parameters, num1, number one, and comma number two, arrow function square bracket. Inside the body of the function, return the expression of adding. So okay, return num1 of adding. So we'll do addition number two. Okay. Below the adding function, added a console statement inside the below the add function add console statement. Okay. So this function will return a value. So we don't have a console log inside. Like we can just call it and it will print. In this case, you get an error if we call function and pass argument, like will print nothing. Okay, so we do console outside console.log. Okay, console. Okay, console.log, and we print function. We call it and we'll pass the number 3, comma 4, and we'll see it return 12. Is she print? Oh, I forget that it is addition. So 4 plus 3 it output 7. Okay. Step 15. If the arrow function is returning a simple expression, okay, you can omit the return keyword and the curly braces. This is called implicit return. So it's if you return just one line, just a return statement, we can remove the curly braces, and the function will be inline, like the pass parameter and remove the return, and this is the return. Num1 multiplied by num2. Okay. Okay. If your arrow function has multiple lines, like this of code in the function body, then you need to use the return keywords in the code. So if you have one line statement, you can omit the return keyword and the parentheses, square bracket, the curly braces, I mean. Okay, and if we have multiple lines, like declare inside variable like this, taxes, etc. So we'll use the default one. So refactor or update your added two numbers function to remove the return keywords and the curly braces. Your added two numbers function should instead use an implicit return. Open up the console to make sure. Okay, so we'll remove, let's say, the return statement and the curly braces like this. GG. Step 16. Now it is time to apply what you have learned about arrow function to your music player project. So we understand the arrow function we need now to use in our project. Start by removing grading, print message, and other two. Okay, Control A, delete. So remove other consistent. Okay, just for demonstration. Step 17, to display the songs in the UI or user interface. This is the user interface. You will need to create a function. Use the arrow function syntax to create render song function that takes an array as parameter. So const render song, so it's equal arrow function like this, and take array as parameters like this. An array like the parameters is name array or what? Ah, okay, I got it, I got it. Step 18. When the songs are displayed, like this function will display this list songs here. When the songs are displayed on the page, it should show the title artist duration of each song and the lead button. I will display a song with the lead and artist and title. In the next few steps, you will learn how to add the new HTML for each song using the map, like the map for each song method. Okay. We use map for arrays. Okay, this method will be explained in more detail in next step. Okay, start by using const to declare variable name. Okay, const songs html and assign it an array dot array. Okay, we got that parameter dot map. Dot map will it's like a loop. We'll get each element in the array and do some logic. So here the explanation of the map function method of arrays. Step 19. The map method is used to iterate. Okay, what I said before is used to iterate through an array. Okay, iterate through an array and return a new array. It is helpful when you want to create a new array based on the value of existing array. So this is very helpful. So we will create a new array based on the value of our array. For example, we have numbers. Take this array. So we'll do numbers dot map. So each value, each number, like the arrow function, each value will like we got that value here, number multiplied by 2. So will be 2, 4, and 6. So this is up 2, 4, 6. And it return a new array and put it here without changing the existing array. Okay, got that? Notice that the map method takes a function as an argument. Okay, this is a callback function. So this is the callback function, which is a function that passed to another function as an argument. This example above, the callback function is okay. This is the callback function, and it's run for each element in the number array. The map method then return a new array. Okay, the array with the result. Pass the callback function to map. Okay, we put that arrow function as callback function. Callback function should take songs as parameter. Use the arrow function syntax. I have an empty body. Okay, so we have this callback function. Take song as parameter and curly braces. Okay. Inside the map, added a return statement. Okay, inside the map, we'll add a return statement. Return statement with brackets. Is not bracket with backticks where you will interpolate other element responsible to displaying the song data. Inside, oh, this is the backticks. Backticks. This is okay. Like we used to console string with JavaScript logic, where you will interpolate other element responsible to display the song data. Okay, inside the backtext, create an LE element. Okay, we'll use also HTML list item element with an ID and put an ID attribute of song dash dollar sign square curly braces song.id. So we'll so for each for each song we'll access the ID and we show its list with the ID song.id and class attribute class playlist song playlist dash song. Okay. Create a button element. Okay. Button element with class of the playlist song info. Okay. Inside the button added span. Okay, let me do this. And with the class playlist song title. So we'll put title in the span. Then interpolate song title as text. We'll put here logic of JavaScript like this. So for each iteration, we'll show each list we get is the song ID and the button contain the title of the song. So step 22. Inside the button elements, create two more spans. Okay. Span and I will duplicate it. This Shift Alt and down arrow key. Okay. The first span element should have class playlist song artist class playlist song artist. In between span added okay the artist. The second span should have class playlist song duration class the duration and contains song duration. We'll access this from this array of songs of objects like each element dot notation, and if we write ID we'll get this value, write title we'll get this title, etc. Create another button element with the class playlist song delete. We'll use button for delete button class close button. Okay, and the area label attribute set to okay area label. This is attribute equals to delete. Interpolate with song title for the content of the okay. We'll use dollar with curly braces and song title here. Okay, example code SVG. Okay. We need to pass the SVG here inside. And this, wait. Let me see the value. Delete. Okay. Delete and the logic here. Okay, I got it. Okay, this area label, it's mean when we if the button didn't show up or when we hover, will the display delete and the name of song. Okay. Okay, step 24. Right now, the song's HTML is an array. Okay, this array. If you try to display this as it is, you would see the song separated by comma. Okay, this is not the desired outcome because you want to display the songs as a list. To fix this, you need to join the array into a single string by using the join method. The join method is used to concatenate an element of an array. So we need to concatenate the elements of the array into a single string. Okay, it's take an optional parameter called separator, which is used to separate each element of the array. For example, we have this array. So when we put the join method and we do the split operator, for example, is an empty thing. So it will concatenate all the elements of the array, and instead of comma, it will put this space between them. For example, when we print after the join, it's concatenate all the elements. This is sentence. So if we put here, for example, underscore, we'll do underscore between all of them. This underscore is etc. Chain the join method to your map. Okay, you need to change your method and pass an empty string for the operator. Okay, to chain multiple methods together, you can call the join method. Chain multiple methods together. Now the join method of the result of map. For example, array.map. Okay, so after all this map comes array.map. So when here we will do join all in one join and space between them. An empty string. Oh, it means no space like this. Okay. So I'll concatenate all this in one. Step 25. Next, you will need to update the playlist in your HTML document to display this. You need to display this document. HTML assign some HTML to inner HTML property in the playlist element. So we have playlist song element. This is it. We'll display here. So we'll do inner HTML to display this content. So we have playlist song but inner HTML equals songs HTML. Let me see. So this will insert list item element in you just create it into the in order list element already provided HTML file. So we have here the LE elements or playlist. So here an empty unordered list. We'll insert the list item there of songs. Okay, so submit. Okay, step 26. Now you need to call the render songs function and pass in user data songs in order to finally display the songs in the user interface. Okay. Optional chaining. The question mark and dot help prevent errors when accessing nested properties that might be null or undefined, for example. So I have user as this object and nested object. So if we do user dot address dot state, so we need to get this as a nested property without optional chain and accessing no existing nested property with optional chain. So we do user dot address dot zip code. So we'll access not existing nested property, return undefined instead of throwing error. So if we don't know if this key is exist or not. So for escape the errors, we'll do question mark and the dot to return undefined instead of error. Call the render songs function with the songs property of user data that will render song place. So we'll call this function render songs with the songs property of user data. So this is user data. So we put user data question dot okay dot will access we have key songs and contain all the songs to iterate over things like this. Yeah, submit. Now that you have the list of songs displayed, we have the list. So here's the list button, and each list item has an ID. Okay, and the button, and all this is a button. Contain title, artist, and duration. So I place this button. We go with the song here. Artist, duration, and the delete button. Okay. Now that you have the list songs displayed on the screen, it would be nice to show them in alphabetical order by title. That will order them by title. That by creating an arrow function called sorting. Okay, so now we are in step 27. Now that you have the list of songs displayed, so this is the list of songs displayed on the screen, it would be nice to sort them in alphabetical order by type. Start by creating arrow function called sort. Okay, so we need to sort them by alphabetical sort songs. We call this arrow function and curly brace. Submit. Step 28. Now that you have the list of songs displayed on the screen, it would be nice to sort them in alphabetical order by title. So we need to sort them by title. You could manually update the all song array, but JavaScript has an array method you can use to call sort. So we'll use a short case method like dot sort to solve them instead of loop and etc. The sort method converts elements of an array into strings. Converts elements of array into string and sort them in place based on the value in UTF-16 encoding. Okay, so we have this array stored in this variable. So when we put the method of sort, we will see Jessica first, then Naomi until Tom. Okay. Inside the sort song function, added sort method to user data function. Okay. So in for access to this songs, so this value, this array, let's return this array. So we put dot sort to sort them. Yeah. To sort the songs in alphabetical order by title, you will need to pass in a compare callback function into your sort method. Here is an example. So I have this table of objects. So when you put sort, I can take first argument, first for name and price. If first of all, if this value, this object, his name is lower than second name, return sort. Like this will sort. Like we leave the if condition. All this block. If a dot name return. Interesting. Steps you will learn for what each of these statements is doing inside. So we'll understand it in details in next sections. But for now, add an empty callback function, store methods, and use a and reference parameters. Okay. So this a summary and callback function. A function. Okay. Okay, the sort method accepts a compare callback function. So we'll get the callback function to compare that define the sort order. Okay. In this example, the first condition a dot name b dot name. Check if the name of the first fruit is less than the name of the second. Okay. So I get name of this compared to second verse. If so, the first fruit is sorted before the second fruit. Strings are compared logigraphically, which means they are compared character by character. For example, apples is less than banana. It means length, not because A comes before B. Okay, the first letter. Okay, in the alphabet. Okay, I got it. The reason why this example is written in numbers is because the sort method is expecting a number to be returned. If you return a negative number, the first item is sorted before the second. So if the B is greater than A, it's return negative, which means the second item will be the first is sorted before the second item. Okay, inside your callback function, added if statement, check if a dot type is less b dot is if so it return negative one. Okay. The parenthesis a dot title is less than b dot title, then return negative one. Okay, step 31. The second condition in this example, check if a dot name greater than b dot name. If so, the function returns 1. which sort the first fruit after. So if the string is bigger, it means greater than this. This string will be the first. Will be will be B first, then A, which sorts the first fruit after second fruit, like this. Okay. Inside callback function, add another if statement to check if a.title is greater than b. Okay. If a.title is greater than b.title, if so, return numbers return 1. So which means if this title is bigger than this, it will so this will be after this, so b first then a. In this case, there will be a after so this first, then this. And if 0, it means equals, same alphabet. Okay. So in this example, if a.name is equal to b.name, then the function returns 0. Okay, as I said before, this means that that nothing changed and the order of a and b remains the same. Okay, below your if statement, return number 2. Leave the order to element unchanged. Okay. The last step for the sort song function is to return user data.songs. Return user data. So this function will sort songs with that array, with this array. We'll sort them based on alphabets. Okay. Then we'll return the new order. Right now the songs order has not changed. So as you see, the order is still not changed. That is because the updates you made using sort method will not happen until the sort song function is called. We need to call this function. Change your render songs function to call the sort songs. Okay, so this is the render function. We render this. We'll change it to render. Now you should see the songs in alphabetical order. Oh, my bad. So we need to call this function inside, because the parameter of this is the user data songs. So we will give it this function return user data and its order, you know. So order songs like this. As you see, here is order. Can't stay down, can't stop me. Okay, until W. Okay, got it, man. It's time to be implementing functionality for playing. So I think the video is so long right now. I will pause this section, like this part 1, and we'll complete from here in the second part. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in future video. Goodbye.